Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, where was the Cookie Monster?
To the third episode of NoobTube.
Yeah, what happened to Cookie Monster?
He abandoned us already.
Oh, what?
NoobTube.
Like, more friends. Love my kids.
Hey!
Thank you. We don't need Yoda. Alright.
I don't know. Alright. So yeah, welcome to the third episode of NoobTube. Is this our Halloween special?
It is.
It is.
Yes.
It sure
It's not
it better
Halloween
be.
today,
'Cause I've
but
been researching.
I'm hoping you got some scary sounds to play.
No.
Doesn't sound like he says it yet.
No?
Someone who
I
has
was hoping
hearing
Once you've
sound.
taken time
Do
off,
it myself.
You know what would have been good? Like the Michael Jackson Thriller laugh. That would have been
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, actually, that sounds like it. But yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Someone
Okay,
imitate.
so maybe we'll save that for next year.
Yeah.
We
you know,
gotta
you gotta have a alpha and then a beta. This is just the third version. We got room to improve.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
to start
so
the ball
what's
rolling, what do we have in store today? We have a few things actually. We're going to talk about the horror-themed games. And to talk first is Toon, because I believe you had a game that you wanted to talk about in particular.
Oh yes, but before I talk, because I wanted to talk about System Shock 2, but before I talk about that, I just want to show off a little bit of research I did. Not very hard research, but I did a little bit of research because I've
You've
been
been
playing.
Such a show off.
A little
Wow.
bit I put in a little bit of research. I want to show it off, because you know how I've been playing like WoW and Lord of the Rings Online, all those kind of games. World of Warcraft, every year they have like a Halloween theme for when Halloween comes on. Well, they do it for lots of different holidays, which I think is really cool. Like for Halloween, around Halloween time, they have this holiday called Hallows End. They call it in Blizzard. So basically, these quests will pop up at that time of year, and it's just fun things to do. Like you know, there'll be like quests popping up in front of the inns and stuff, and you just do them. And I did them this year and had a blast. I had a really really good time. Like I didn't have time to do all of them because yeah, I didn't get time to play them all, but like a few really interesting ones was like you do this like Halloween thing, and the reward you get is this pumpkin, 5 pumpkins in your backpack, right? And it's so cool because basically you equip the item and it basically makes you have a pumpkin head, right? So you're walking around with a pumpkin head, which is great in itself. The best thing is if you target another person, any person, you click on that pumpkin, it throws it and it lands on their head and they've suddenly got a pumpkin head.
Is
So
it
that means
consumable?
You have pumpkin heads or
It's
just one?
consumable, yes, it's 5, but like I'm not sure. I think the quest is repeatable. I'm sure it probably is. So it's
That sounds
basically,
good.
it's so much fun because I wish you guys and stuff were playing, because if you ever walk past me, I would just chuck a pumpkin head on you. And I was just in town and I'm chucking pumpkin heads on random people. It was really fun.
Yeah, I remember that because remember when we were playing WoW
Yep.
and they always do this like last time I remember when I went through the Halloween special you could get like a magic wand that
Yep.
if you used it turns someone else into like some little
A
critter or
unicorn.
something. Yeah, and it would be before the start of the raid, everyone will like whip out all these things that they've picked up during these specials, and they'll be turning people into little critters just all over the
Like
place.
skeletons and stuff, yeah?
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
so fun.
So,
It's great fun.
remember the Christmas special?
Yep.
And
Oh,
like
the hats and the
the snowballs?
snowballs are cool.
They were the consumable item like you, but the thing is that they were annoying, especially like after, because I used to stack up a whole bunch.
Me too. I just put my whole bank full of
Yeah, I
snowballs.
put up my bank full of snowballs because I knew that they would be so valuable. Because what
Yeah.
happens is that when you're running for a quest, you can equip the snowball and you can chuck it at someone and it will trip them up, so they would fall on the ground and have to get back up.
So funny. It's the best. Snowballs.
It would just be annoying. And it was the best. I love it.
Yep.
So this year it's pumpkins. Last time was snowballs.
Oh, so this was Christmas time?
Yeah, Christmas.
Mm. And so there's a whole heap of cool stuff to do. I didn't get a chance to do all of it, but it's really fun. It makes the game really fun. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to move on to the game I wanted to talk about, which was one of the scariest games I've played. Basically, it's called System Shock 2, and Vu knows this game very well as well.
I do.
You
I
do.
do. Classic.
It's classic scary game. Like a lot of people will know this. It inspired BioShock. You know, the game that's really popular these days. It was inspired by System Shock and System Shock 2. And basically, the whole idea of this game is like basically you just woke up on this ship in space. You don't know what's going on, except that things have just gone to hell. Like everything's gone crazy. You're trying to figure out what's going on, and all you can find about what's going on is like logs, like audio diaries that you pick up of people of what they've been doing. Scientists and stuff have like stuff, and this game is so scary because it's all about the atmosphere. The scary thing about this game is that there is no point where you ever feel safe. Because you know how when normally you play a game, you could pause the game if you wanted to, or go into inventory, stuff like that. This game, none of that. If you look in your inventory, the game's still going on. So if you're equipping something, monsters can still attack you and stuff. And that is,
So you can't pause it.
You cannot pause it. There's no pause.
That's like hardcore.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Can you save?
You can save it, yes, but the whole
Save.
idea is the game they never ever want you to feel safe. Basically, when you kill all the monsters on a level, they will respawn. You can never clear it. So basically, you're doing it, and you're always on edge.
That means you always have to keep running and moving and make sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the respawn's crazy, like it's just like it'll just slowly respawn, but you never ever feel safe. Except, hey, you remember the elevator?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a thing where it's really creepy, but then you'll go into the elevator to go between levels of the ship, and they put on like the elevator music, and it's like, oh, you feel really safe in there, and then the doors open, and it's like, oh crap, it's starting again.
Yeah, no, that's when I started feeling safe in elevators.
Yeah. The music puts you to ease, but
And
it's
well, yeah, you go.
it's so. This game is like if you read about it, people get creeped out by this game. They'll say it's like the scariest game, not because it's in your face, but because it uses your imagination. To the point where when I load up the game and I hear, the bit where you start off a game, it goes new game, load game, save game, all that stuff. There's like that, and there's the sound of an engine, a ship engine or something, which goes vroom, vroom, or something like that. And just that sound effect reminds me of the game, and it creeps me out, even the menu screen. Yep. And it's cool because sometimes you'll hear things in the distance and you won't even see them, like monkeys and witches and stuff like that. You'll hear them in the distance and you don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah, and the thing is, like you said, the game isn't like a massive, fast-paced action.
Yeah, it's slow.
Yeah, you could actually go through like half a level and you not bump into somebody.
Nothing.
Just the creepiness of just not having anyone around.
Exactly.
And you don't know if there's anything around the corner.
Yeah, it's
I mean, like say people used to make walkthroughs for games.
yes.
Could you walk through for this game?
Yeah, you do
before-
have to have a walkthrough because you need to know where to get like keys and upgrades and stuff like that. But yeah, but there's
But are the monsters like they pop out at different stages? I'm guessing there's certain points where they're actually supposed to pop up, but other than that, do they just come at you at random?
they'll wander around the level. I think it is. They'll just wander
Yeah,
around the level.
they just roam.
Yeah,
I mean, they got, I guess, roaming areas.
yeah.
That stay around, but yeah, they
So
just don't know where they are. And the thing is, you can hear them as well. Like I remember there was one moment that stuck out to me in that game was near the start of the game when you bump into this android lady. I don't know, but she was like the scariest thing I could ever imagine. The thing is that she was like this half woman, half robot, but she was just psychotic the way she spoke. It was like this calm voice that, like, where are you?
Sorry,
Creepy ass.
I can sense you around here.
my cousin.
And she was hard to kill, especially at the start. And the thing is, like, at the start, you don't have many weapons. You only got like a pistol,
Yeah,
and ammo was scarce. So
yeah.
I would try to run away from her, and like I would duck into an office and just hide under a desk, and I could hear her walk by. And she'd go, I sense something around here.
Creepy ass, man.
I think that's the common theme with a lot of these horror games. They have limited ammo. In every horror game, you don't have
Yeah.
limited ammo. You can only use it to kill certain monsters.
And you know the thing
Otherwise,
about the guns in this game? If you use them, they start wearing out. You got to repair them, and they'll jam and stuff.
I haven't come
cool.
across that one. But
Yeah.
But I think like every horror game that's come after this, every classic
Based
one
on this.
has followed the same sort of
Yep.
framework that they set up in, like, you know, you always got to have amnesia. You don't know anything at the start
Yeah.
of the game.
you have to figure it out. It's a
Yeah.
mystery. It's
Yeah.
like
And
watching
you always get thrown into a place where everyone's died, and the only way you can piece together people's stories is through like some sort of letters or audio logs.
They must have copied System Shock, don't you reckon? Because it's
I think so.
the primary one.
Yeah, because a lot of games have copied it. Like you think of say, what is it? Oh, what's that one we played, Don?
Fear.
Dead Space.
Oh, Dead Space.
Yeah.
Space. An awesome game.
Another
Highly
classic.
recommend.
Yeah. Which copied the same format. You just thrown onto a spaceship in the middle of nowhere. Everyone's just died. Yeah.
That one was cool because you had once again you start off with the really simple weapons, limited ammo, and like I think you even had chainsaws and stuff like that. That's another weapons. They're quite gory. You can get chainsaws running around, sawing monsters' limbs off. But yeah, that's a few nightmares from playing those games.
Are you done with System Shock? Or?
I just wanted to say, like, I would love to talk more, but I'm not going to say it in case it spoils people, because the villain in System Shock is one of the greatest villains in computer games history. Okay, cool. I'm ready. I'm done.
How old is that game?
We were playing it in uni days, Vu. So that would have been like 2000s, 2000. What do you reckon? Hello? Oh no, can't hear him. Hello?
Pixelated.
Hello? I just I missed that whole last 15 seconds.
That's okay.
Yep.
We'll catch on. We were just talking about the graphics of System Shock as well.
Oh yeah. What about the graphics?
Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, they're very clean.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
Really good. That was by Looking. Was that by Looking Glass?
Yes, Looking Glass.
Such a great games company. They were awesome. Really good games. They made
What other games?
Deus Ex or Deus Ex,
Ah,
whatever you want to call
yep.
it. Yeah, and
Remember that, like Jill Burrard is in that game, or guy with the trench coat.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, I'm done with System Shock. So you.
I'll go back to the how you're talking about the lift. You know how
Yeah.
in System Shock the lift was like your friend because the levels would be scary as hell, and as soon as you jumped into a lift, you felt safe. Like you didn't want to. There were times when
They even have the elevator music.
yeah, like
Is that like a save point?
No, it's just you go between levels. Like every level is pretty big.
Yeah.
So you go up to like engineering
So
floor.
you can still die after that, and after you have to go through the whole game.
Oh no, you know what they have? They have these things where they clone you basically, like a machine, right? And you use that machine and it'll clone you. So if you die, you get respawned at that clone machine. Yeah, and also you can save game just as any PC game also.
So that means that you're already dead. You're just a clone of yourself.
Yeah, you're just basically reanimated.
Storing with your mind.
That's it. Oh, so
Actually, my friend told me about an anime series that was kind of similar in that regard, whereas like you die and you go into this realm. It's like a video game kind of thing. And
is this
like
Sword Art Online?
Potentially.
Oh.
I can't remember. He was just giving me just a gist of what it was about. It's like, once you get into this game, you're actually already dead.
Oh, because it might be Sword Art Online, because in that you're in like an MMO type game. I don't know much about it. That's all I know. Do you know what it's called, your anime?
And then after you come back as a clone.
Mm.
So it kind of sounds very similar to how that game
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
goes.
It's supposed to be pretty good, huh?
But yeah, it's probably too gory.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I think Vu, you said you wanted to talk about what was it? A different game?
Oh, What game was that? Did I put it down?
Yeah, Zombie HQ.
Oh no, that was last week.
Was it?
Last
Oh
week,
yeah, you did talk about that. Yes.
yeah.
Oh. Left 4 Dead, that was it. Sorry, Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's-
we can
that
all
we've
talk
all
about
Yeah,
that
that
one.
was fun time.
Yeah.
Talk about like a great game you can have on a LAN night with, just
So
horror
much
themed
fun,
four
especially
friends.
with 4 players. Perfect.
Yeah.
We should.
Yeah,
Hey, are we doing a LAN night?
Yes, we'll
We
be
need to
doing
do
it.
it, and we'll Fraps it if we can.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We'll play on hardcore mode.
Yeah.
Want to die by your hand.
As soon as you can't kill your own teammate.
I brought that up today at dinner. I was talking about dinner and I brought that up because I was telling them that, you know how you have to help your friends when they fall? I accidentally shot someone instead of pulling them up and it was like, whoops,
I
sorry
got set on
guys.
fire.
It's like, you're helping out a dead
Yeah, I
dead
know.
cow there.
It happens in movies, you know. I'm
Put it
doing you guys a favor. Ending the pain. Better than death by zombie, trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's set the scene of Left 4 Dead for people who don't know it.
Mm.
It's like a first-person shooter, but you're like these 4 survivors, so you can play multiplayer 4 people. It's a co-op game, so you wander through a city, try to get from one end to the other.
Oh no, not again. Ah,
Gets hurt. You have someone else. There's about a limited amount of time when, like 30 seconds, when you have to have a teammate come over to help that person up. Otherwise, I think they die. So
To the next checkpoint.
yeah, otherwise they get revived. The remaining survivors have to run to the checkpoint, and if they make it there, then the person mysteriously pops up again. But otherwise, if you all die, you have to restart. So it's kind of brutal game, but it's fun. It's challenging in that way.
You have to do teamwork, that means.
Yeah, and us 4, we play it because it's a great
lot of
multiplayer
stuff.
game.
so much fun, so much laughing.
And it's eerie, especially who is that witch?
Yeah, the
oh,
one
yeah.
you gotta turn off your flashlights and crit past her and stuff.
Yeah, if you walk close, you can hear this girl crying, and she's always hiding in some dark corner. But the thing is, like, the natural thing is to go wander and find out who this voice is coming
Hey,
from.
you just wanna help her out.
Yeah, you just want to turn on the flashlight and just point. That's it.
That's the one.
Turn off the flashlight.
Yeah, then later on when, you know.
Uh,
Tell me you don't want to help a girl out like that.
is that the sound that she makes? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine you're in the dark playing that.
Yep. I was talking to my at dinner today, and my sister and her friends had played Left 4 Dead, and she goes, you know how they have the mode where you can actually play as the zombies. So you have your friends, and some people will be the humans, and some people will actually inhabit the zombies. So they'll play like the zombies, and if they die, they get to respawn and stuff. So that's kind of cool too. But we've never done it yet. So
Everyone likes to
Oh no,
see
that's
that guy.
for Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a new mode.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's different types of zombies. So there's the witch, but I don't think you can actually play as the witch.
You can only play as like tanks and
when-
stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, you can play as a tank, and this is like this massive dude that just like takes forever to kill. And
Yeah, rams into you. It's like the guy
there's,
that is in trouble.
there's a smoker, I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
And the boomer's really cool. He's like this fat dude that
Oh,
just kind of like
yeah,
uses out this.
he blows up, yeah, when you shoot him. Is it?
Yeah, but like he vomits this kind of goo on you, and like if it does get on you, then all the normal hordes like just come around and start attacking you. But
Oh.
if you kill him too close to yourself, then he kind of like spits it out.
Yep.
So it's kind of like aliens, aliens
Versus-
versus Predator. Yeah.
I never got to play that. That was.
Oh no, but it's just the movie, Predator.
Yeah. Yep.
Aliens, sorry, not Predator.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, I think that was the first game that I've researched around, and there are actually not many multiplayer horror games, and there's like this trend where it's very hard to make a multiplayer horror game scary, because after a while, if you've got unlimited ammo or things like that,
Yeah.
people all around. But I know when we were playing, we turned the lights all out and we got the headphones on.
Yeah.
And, it's got that eerie atmosphere. And yeah, we would all be in one area waiting for the monsters to come. You say, "Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?" Because you have to flick a switch and you need the
Yeah,
monsters.
and then it starts.
That anticipation of that was very scary.
Yeah. Remember that mission where near the helipad and we're all in that cupboard?
Yeah. Big guy kept trying to kill everyone. Did we ever pass that mission?
No.
Think so.
We nearly did.
No, we did.
No,
didn't
no, no. We were like, I think what happened was that we got to the end. We had to run to the helicopter, but then I think there was only 2 of us surviving.
Then Twin shot us.
And, well, no, I think it was like someone in Tun or something like that, and then the other person, they were both running to the helicopter. One person got knocked down, so the other guy went back.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Both dying.
Oh, but if one guy got to the helicopter, would that have passed the mission?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's probably where we have to pick up from.
Yeah, I think the way with Left 4 Dead, I think they put in zombies to match the tempo of the game. So at the end point, I think they spawn a lot or something. Is that? I think that they have.
Yeah.
To make it really exciting.
So they do have random spawns, but yeah, like especially for like little bits where you need to flip a switch to call the helipad or something, they'll purposely make it a lot harder.
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
Yeah. But it's cool when we were playing the harder levels because every time you got hit by a zombie, you actually took a lot of health.
Yeah.
And so we end up running short on like little health packs. So you're trying to rush it out.
We were running into a cupboard. All of us were running into behind this one door, crammed inside, and zombies were coming. We would just blow the door apart every time someone would try to come through. We'd just shoot through it.
Yeah.
But one of us would get grabbed every now and then.
Oh, because they actually got the guy who got the tongue or something, and he pulls you out, right?
Yeah, that's the smoker.
Yeah. It's like, chill.
And we're like thinking, oh yeah, the tank's not gonna fit in here, and he's like
And he
squeezing
did, right?
that.
We'll all start to break down.
But
Oh.
developers thought of everything.
I know.
They probably purposely put that cupboard there because they knew everyone would just run into
Yeah,
it.
it's so tempting.
Remember there was that one level where we had to run through the middle of this street where there's cars on either side.
Oh yeah.
The checkpoint was on the other side, but then in our way was, I don't know, some big guy or something, in a horde of zombies. I think the 3 of you guys died, and I could sense that it was all lost. And we traveled such a long way to get to this point that I just sprinted for the end.
Did you make it?
I made it.
Oh, nice. And so does that mean we respawn in the...
Yeah, but it was
Oh.
funny because I just
Left.
saw all you 3 fighting.
Yeah, it's like, it's not going to end well.
I was like, screw you, I'm out of here. Save us.
It's like The Walking Dead where you like kind of like you got the guys that do the distracting and the other guy goes to the end point.
Yeah. It's always, and the movie is always from the other guys. I mean, the guys who are fighting point of view.
And then you see this other guy just running.
Sprinting up, I was like, come back here, you coward.
Have you guys played Slender Man before?
I've never played it. I wanted to play it. I've always wanted to because I've watched people, on YouTube, people post their reactions playing it and they freak out. They seriously freak out when it comes out.
It's a very scary game. It's a very simple game, and I've played it.
Collect pages or something, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. And you're collecting pages and trying to figure out a story. And there's actually it's a urban myth or something about the Slender Man. If you look it up on Wiki, it's got a bit of history behind it. But
Yeah.
I did play it. For those who get a bit motion sick, I wouldn't recommend it, which is probably me.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of running around, and I don't think you're supposed to look behind you, otherwise, he'll come and get you. So there's a bit of a skill to it. But I thought it was okay. It was quite creepy, but after a while, I just got really annoyed because I probably
That's
kept
weird,
playing.
Did you see Slender Man?
You can't. Yeah, you do see Slender Man. That's how you die.
How do you not see him? Like, how do you not turn around? Because you always...
Well, that's the thing. That's what's quite unique about the game is that you have to not turn around in a certain kind in the game, but yet you're maneuvering around the map, so you can see him at the corner of your eye. Catch slowly. So and your screen goes blurry every now and then, or static, so you know he's around you, but you have to kind of sense. And there's a point in the game where you definitely know he's behind you, and you're not allowed to turn around at all.
That's creepy. So you have to just go forward.
You need to kind of strafe left, right, and you go forward. So like
if you stand still, does he actually grab you if you don't turn around even?
Pretty sure, because he catches up with you too.
Oh, so that's creepy because you can't turn around. So if you turn around, does he come quicker or something?
Yeah, that's right. So the whole game is set in the dark, from what I remember, and there's a flashlight, and you can run. You get tired as well if you run too much.
Is it just a game? Is it a free game, or do you have to buy it or something?
Yeah, free.
Free.
Yeah. I think there's a number 2 as well, but just wanted to see how it was. And I thought it was okay, but it's quite creepy.
Can you win the game?
Yeah, you can. Yep. You can win.
Cool.
Kinda. Yeah.
Wow.
No spoilers.
Yep. All right, gotcha.
So if you turn around and you see him, then that's game over, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
You should play it.
What's he look like?
He's just a really tall, spindly guy.
A white stocking on his head. Socks.
Something strange about somebody who's so
Don,
tall.
do you reckon we could play it on our LAN night? Would it take long to play?
No, well, it might take a while to finish. Not too long to finish, but definitely we'll play it on the LAN night. Definitely.
Yeah, just to have I just would love to have a look at it, just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Yeah.
Hey.
But is it like a multiplayer thing?
No.
No.
I think one person will play it, the rest of us watch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take it because you'll probably die quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're on the topic of like scary monsters, what do you reckon is the scariest monster you've encountered in a game?
In a game?
No,
I wish you'd ask me this, so let me think about it for a week. You guys start. Because I might have to get back to you next show. Because I'm sure there have scary ones.
You other guys got like a character? I'll start with mine then.
Okay.
So I brought the topic. But easily for me is in the Dead Space series. There's always the guys that you fight are called necromorphs, so they're these people who have been sort of undead, and they've just been morphed beyond recognition. Like they got like knife arms and like they shoot. They got multiple heads and things. It's just spooky. But the one guy that sticks out to me, and there's always one in each of the 3 Left 4 Dead. So they've been not Left 4 Dead, Dead Space. There's one necromorph that you can't kill. The only thing you can do is slow him down. And so no matter how much you shoot him, you see he sort of shoot off his limbs, but he reanimates. And then in that time that he's reanimating, you just have to run away from him. And that just every time I see him, I'm like, oh shit, I know I got to sprint somewhere, find a safe zone. And there's always like the one moment that's stuck in my mind is that there's this, you don't encounter him until this one point where you sort of like you have to move all this cargo about, and one of the cargo pieces has one of these guys, I think it's called Ubermorph or something like that. And you see him there and you're like, oh crap, I know what's coming now. And then throughout the rest of that level, he's chasing you everywhere. Like you'll run to a safe point and he'll disappear, but then later on he'll just reappear again and chase you again. And you can't do anything. You just got to shoot him to buy time and then run away. And then at the end of that level, you're calling a tram. And in the moments where that tram is coming, he just happens to pop into the room. And I swear he's just running around in circles, shooting off his legs, then running.
Damn it, public transport!
As soon as that tram comes, I jump in, press the button, go, go! Ding, 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 ding! I close that door, damn it! Yeah.
Well, I don't have the scariest boss in the game, but the scariest game that I remember playing that probably gave me nightmares and reduced my life by several years was a game called Fatal Frame, which is also known as Project Zero. It's a Japanese game.
Oh, take photographs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you walk. There's a story to it, but you're from what I remember, you have a photo, a camera, and the only way to kill a ghost is to actually take a picture of it. So the ghost is coming up to you, and you need to take a shot of it, a good shot of it, in order to kill it. And it's constantly moving, and each ghost has different powers and can level up your camera. But yeah, I remember playing that game. I was freaked out. I was like, I don't think many people. Have you guys at all played it?
No, I haven't, but you've told me about this game.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
I've seen a little bit of it. I haven't played it though.
Yeah. I highly recommend it. I don't know if it's available anymore.
How recent is it?
It's 2000. There's been a few editions, but like 2001, 2003, 2005, and 2008. There's a few spin-offs as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called Fatal Frame. It's got
Hey, I'm
Fatal
getting
Frame.
that echoey again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it still echoing?
It's probably Drew.
It's gone now. Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that's my favorite scary game. Up to you, Drew.
How about you, Merv?
Scary.
He's fighting under his covers.
I don't know. I haven't played that many scary games. Like I've only played those first-person shooter ones. But I think the only one that I've played was maybe like something like Silent Hill.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like more like those individual single player where it feels like it's just you against the game, and it's kind of scary. Like I think when you play something like Left 4 Dead, even though it's kind of scary, but if you play with a group,
it's
or,
not as scary.
You kind of got someone with you, like to man your back, then you feel okay. But yeah, but when you play those kind of games where it's just like it's you against them, it's kind of it creeps me out. I can't finish a game like that. I'll play a bit of it, and after I was like, nah, too intense. I'll just play something else.
Did you?
But yeah, in terms of a scary boss, I don't think I've got one other than maybe Fear. You know that little girl?
Yeah.
The house just like appears out of nowhere. I think that's probably just. I think that's the creepy factor rather than the girl looking scary. But just like seeing her just pop out right next to you, kind of like just gives you a jolt.
When was it that movie producers started to realize that little girls can be really scary?
The Ring.
Was it the Drew Barrymore Firestarter? That was that had a few powers in that one.
Because remember in the 80s, it was always like Freddy Krueger or Jason, and then somewhere along the line,
Carrie's female. Carrie.
But she's not a little girl,
isn't she?
Oh, she's a teenage, and then they just got younger. Like the
they got younger.
the Japanese found out that the younger they are, the more scary. Soon they're gonna have babies.
But then they're just like young things.
Chun, have you?
Oh, yep. I just I have a couple actually, just quickly, because I can't think of one defining one except for System Shock, which we've already talked about. But I'm gonna remember, like, I used to play a game called Dreamfall, which is the sequel to Longest Journey. And basically in this level you're creeping around some guy's house, like you're sneaking around, and in the background you're walking in the corridors, and in the background there's like this girl. She looks like she's dead or asleep or something. She's dead, basically, and she's hooked up to this thing, and you walk past, and as you walk past, suddenly she gets up slowly and starts moving towards you. Just the fact that you thought she was a dead corpse, and then she gets up, it's creepy as hell.
Wow, it's freaking me out already.
It is! Can you imagine it? You think it's dead, and all of a sudden it just starts moving. Yeah, that's like, I remember that moment.
You just gotta put a few more bullets into it.
Yeah, or you just run. Oh, and can I just quickly mention another one? Because I remember that when I was in like primary school, we used to play this game called Maniac Mansion, which is like from LucasArts. You know the game. It's before Day of the Tentacle, and you sneak into this mansion of like a mad scientist, and basically the creepy part for me was like when you go into the kitchen, right? You're picking up stuff, and there's a thing where there's a time limit. If you stay in that kitchen too long, the guy who lives there, he's been coming down the stairs. You see the cutscene where he leaves his room because he hears something. And then if you stay in that kitchen too long, he comes in and you have no control. Once he comes into the kitchen, it's like he'll just walk up to you and grab you and put you in the jail. And so that character's in the jail for the rest of the game until they can get out. So that's creepy because there's a time limit, So you got to get in, do your thing, and try to get out quickly or something from memory. So that was creepy. Yep.
See, the old games, even though they didn't have very good graphics,
they
still keep the creepy theme because
yes, they did it well.
that were text-based or just
Yeah,
really...
because your imagination, yes.
Because you had to read this stuff and you had to,
Yeah.
like, you know, reading a book, but, you know, through a game.
Yep, I know what you mean.
We need to have that LAN night.
Yeah,
Relive it.
good. Halloween themed LAN night.
Yeah, we need pumpkin heads, carved out pumpkins.
Yeah, and I'll throw them and they land on your heads.
Did anyone play Gabriel Knight?
Oh, can I talk? I was gonna bring that up. Because when we're in high school,
Bob.
Bob, I will try to steal your story because I think I know what you're gonna mention.
Damn it! All right, go for it.
Because when we were in high school, he would call me up and tell me what he was doing in games, and this memory has stuck in my mind because it was so scary because basically I'll let Vu do it because I know it's to do with a window, isn't it, Vu?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you tell it.
Well, have you guys played it?
What?
Gabriel Knight. It was a Sierra game back in like 1990s, 94.
I haven't played it, but I remember the cover. Kind of scary.
Well, the premise of the game is it's set in New Orleans, which is awesome because you got the whole French accent thing going, and you got the whole voodoo mysteries, thing going on around there. And the thing is that you're this detective, hired to investigate these voodoo murders that have been happening around the town, right? And so you start delving into the occult, and you yourself, you're this you also run a bookstore, which is kind of like a nice, like a difference to the game because, like, in between investigating voodoo mysteries, you head back to this bookstore where you feel kind of safe. And the game happens between multiple days. So the first day it sets up the scene where you go investigate the first murder, and you come back, and then the second day you start, you're already in the story, and you're talking to your assistant at the bookstore. And then the only thing you don't notice, and it's really subtle, is that there's this guy just standing at the window the whole time. And you don't notice him because it's so subtle, but when you do notice him, you just freak out. It's like, who the hell is that guy just standing watching me? And you can't do anything. You like walk up to him, you can interact with him, you click on him, and the character goes, "Shoo, what are you doing here? Get away!" And he doesn't even move. He doesn't blink or anything. And the thought of just having someone standing there and watching you freaks me out.
Yep.
Still to this day.
Well, that was so freaky when you told me. I still remember it like 10 years later.
I think we all know what to do when LAN night comes. We'll just wait outside booth and go fog it a little bit and just stare at it.
Hey, Bob, you've done that before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he stood at the window just looking in.
Yeah, they're just standing at the window just looking in perfectly still.
Yeah.
As soon as that
Creepy
person misses you just...
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but that was a classic game.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but people love it.
Yeah, the voice acting's actually got who is it? It's Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. He's
cool. He's in a few games actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're ever wondering where he went, he started doing voice acting for
games.
Yeah,
he did quite a few big ones. Like is it Arkham Asylum? He's the Joker. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep. And he was in Wing Commander, I think, as well, as one of the voices.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Which is fitting.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. How about what was that? Alone in the Dark. Did you guys play that?
Yeah, I can't believe we haven't mentioned it yet. I didn't play it. It's supposed to be really creepy, right?
Don, you want to mention this, don't you? Played it.
I'm heading in a different one, but you go for it. Go for it.
Oh, no, I didn't play it that much, but the only scene I really remember, because I could never get very far in that game, there's one scene I remember was that you're creeping around this bedroom on like the second floor of this mansion. You're a detective that has to go and investigate this scary mansion in the middle of nowhere. If I was that detective, I would just say, no, hell no.
Screw that. Not worth the money.
Yeah, somehow you end up there and there's like ghosts inhabiting this mansion or something. I don't know who the evil guy was because I never finished it. But I remember I had to go to the second level and I was creeping around this bedroom and there was just a cot in the bedroom or something. And as you're looking around, something approaches you from behind. And maybe it was a cutscene because I don't remember having control of my character.
Noob.
I think I just jumped out the window or something.
I don't think you would have done that if you controlled it, yeah.
I prefer death.
You had control, you just jump out.
Who was the evil character in that game?
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can still play those kind of games nowadays. If you can.
Yes, you can, because there's a site called Good Old Games. Have you heard of it, Don?
Is it the emulators?
No, it's so cool. It's basically like this website called Good Old Games. If you go to GOG.com, basically they've got all these old games, like even I'm sure Alone in the Dark is in there, unless there's copyright issues. But they've made it so you can run it on modern PCs. So they sell the games for like less than like $10, usually like $2 or $3, you know. And you can buy these classic games, download it, and legally. So and then it's just a file. You double click it, it installs it, and bam, you start playing it. It's so good. It preserves these old games, because normally to get them to run on modern PCs is a nightmare. Yeah. So it's like they've done the easy work for you. So and once you've bought it, it stays on your account just like Steam. So you never have to really have a copy anymore. You just download it whenever you want to play.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's like great keeping for games.
Yeah. So if we talk about these games and people want to play them, they can just grab it from Good Old Games sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. The game I wanted to talk about was not so creepy, but it's Aliens versus Predator, where you get to choose whether you want to play as an alien, a predator, or a human. But they have multiplayer and they have single player. The single player one's pretty cool, but you can actually be an alien running around all the walls, and you can bite people's heads off.
Oh,
and
so
you can
cool.
Or you can be the predator, where you have stealth mode.
Yeah.
And, you're just waiting to pounce on the human, but the humans have got a few tricks up their sleeve too, like motion detectors, grenade launchers.
So it's pretty balanced.
So I really like that game. It was a good multiplayer game. I'm all about multiplayer.
Yeah.
I don't generally play games that aren't multiplayer.
Yep.
But another cool multiplayer game is Aliens vs Predator.
Yeah, I heard really good things about it. I heard the experience playing each of the different races is really different. Yeah.
Right, and they got each of us like a storyline as well.
That's very cool. I never played it.
Oh, so when you play that, you don't actually play against... If you were an alien, you wouldn't actually see a predator, would you?
No, you do. You play against humans and against the predator. Predator. So whatever race you are,
a predator's head as well.
Yeah. So everyone's your enemy, pretty much.
Yeah.
In the multiplayer
none of those three races like each other.
Yeah, the multiplayer games, all the three races are playing as one, as in the same game. So you've got predators running around in stealth, and the aliens running on the walls, and the marines just shooting everywhere. So it's really cool. Yeah, that was. I think I played the first one or the second one. There might be have been a by now, but maybe I'll.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
But who would play the humans?
They're good men, just like StarCraft.
Yeah.
Terran.
Like that because
I was Zerg though. Bob was Terran. Tunas, were you Protoss?
Protoss in this one. In the first one, I was Terran. In StarCraft 1, I was Terran.
Yeah. All right. I would always go the underdog, like the Zerg. Very hard to play, but when you play them, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Because that was the same in Aliens vs Predator, isn't it? The humans had the guns and the gadgets.
Yep.
And the aliens would be extremely squishy, but they'll be fast and they'll be, I guess, in numbers.
Like Zerg,
Yeah, like the Zerg. And then the Predators will be like the Protoss, where they just
strong.
They can stealth.
Strong. And there's lesser numbers of them, but they're powerful.
Yeah, they got insane weapons. Like they got that spear that can just
headshot.
Yeah, headshot.
That was cool.
And they can turn invisible. That was
talking about these games just makes me want to play it. Oh my god.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Units are so cool. I love when you click on them and they talk. For ire! Or what is it? All those noises they make. Yeah. Remember in Warcraft, you click on them a zillion times and they say so many different things?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Wasn't it like, could you click on the sheep as well and it would explode?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think you could explode the sheep, yes. Now that you mentioned it. That was so funny.
Exploding sheep.
Yeah. Best weapon.
Something so funny about that.
Yeah. I think in Worms, was that a weapon or something? I remember exploding sheep as a weapon somewhere. Wasn't it? Yeah.
That was like a super or something.
Yeah. I remember that.
So, any other games that you guys wanted to talk about, or last things that you want to say?
Can't think of it right now.
I guess
LOL skins.
Oh, LOL's. Okay, go.
Yeah, Halloween theme. That's right. Go for it.
Yeah, Halloween theme. They're coming out soon. So
not out
if
yet.
anyone's like playing,
You
no,
know,
I don't think so.
you know what'd be cool? On Halloween Day, if you play and suddenly everyone's in Halloween costume, that would be really cool if that happened.
Well, you have to purchase the skin though.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But a lot of people
They should
do.
do one free one just to give people a taste.
Yeah, they should. That's a good idea to
Dude,
promote it.
and like you can only use it on Halloween Day. That would be cool, just to let people do that to have fun for one day.
A freebie one.
Yeah, I reckon they should do that.
That's a selling idea, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, just for the day, and after if you
Just
like
the
it, then you have to pay for it.
Because people would like that, I reckon. Yeah.
I know, Drew, you've bought a few skins yourself.
Did you get the My
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Pony one?
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
did.
Awesome.
And then after, as soon as I got it, freaking, they nerfed his ass, so
Oh,
you can't use him anymore.
What, did they get rid of his speed or something, or what?
No, they just made him a lot less useful.
Damn
Because
it.
a lot of the items that he used to depend upon,
Yeah.
they nerfed the shit out of that. So you couldn't build it. He build him a certain way,
Oh.
and one of his main bread and butter abilities, which is not like a big thing, but it helps him through the jungle.
Yeah.
They nerfed it so that it uses a lot of mana now. So when you just spam it, you just run out of mana, and then you just cop a beating from there.
No,
So the minions not even from the heroes, so
bad.
you can't use them.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
so bad. Yeah, so I was very sad when that happened.
You know, Sivir, are they remaking just the look, not the actual abilities of her?
No, abilities as well. They're doing the
Abilities
abilities. I can't
as-
watch it. Sivir was always kind of not very useful at all as a AD carry, but they're remaking a few of her skills.
Yeah.
Still, the core of it is still the same. But I've seen her skin, and her skin is pretty cool. I think they've made the boomerang a bit bigger as well.
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, can't wait for it to come out. And
Yeah.
regarding the Halloween skin, I think it's so cool when you purchase a skin because it's a limited time only, especially for Halloween.
Oh,
So-
really? Limited?
Yeah, that's right. So I think that there's an Annie Frankenstein skin, which once Halloween's over, you can't buy it, so you have to wait until the next time. So it really just depends. So I might get the Halloween Annie one. I plan
Yeah.
to only buy one skin and use that for all my games.
Skins, can you get it with IP or does it have to be RP?
You have to pay cash for that. I mean, if we do it with IP, I think a lot of us would have skins.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, yeah.
Because I remember one year they gave like 400 as a RP,
Oh.
Yeah.
For free.
Stuffing up.
but it was just short of enough to buy a skin. And I was
Oh,
like,
see, that's tricky,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because then you want to spend it, so you just pay a little bit of money. That's clever, actually.
Oh man, that's.
That's tight.
Hey, was I playing at that time? Because I don't think I was actually on it. I got that.
I don't know, this was a while ago. I think it might have been for like Christmas or something like that. Hopefully, maybe this year
Mm.
I'll get enough to buy a skin.
If they keep doing it, it adds up. And
Yeah, you can get a Timo skin. You can get like the
Halloween Teemo.
funny
Yeah.
one.
The skins are so cool, actually. They're really cool.
Yeah, so the thing is that with the skins, sometimes because they change the character, everything, even the abilities, like with Teemo,
It looks
Yeah,
different.
instead of mushrooms, he's laying eggs or something like that. There's like
Okay,
the Easter
okay.
Bunny Teemo.
Yeah.
And there was one game where I was up against a Teemo, and I saw an egg. Oh no, he was on my team or something, and I
thought
saw
it
an
was
egg, and I
help.
was like, "Is this a new item that they've?" I was
you
like,
walked
over
over
it, trying to pick it up.
It gives you health.
All right. So,
Oh,
anything else?
I was winding up because I want to talk about something that's not Halloween related, but it's not game related.
Yep.
King of Kong. I know you've watched it, Don, and I know you've watched it, Bob. Have you heard of this, guys? Oh no, I guess it's
Yeah,
just I'm talking.
I don't have.
But basically, I'll just tell you about it. It's basically a documentary about the people who play like the old arcade games, like Space Invaders, all this stuff, and mainly about Donkey Kong. and it's about mainly the two players who are vying for the top score in Donkey Kong. And it's so good. It's such a well done documentary. And
the way they tell, like, when I first heard about it, it's like, how interesting can an hour of documentary be made for Donkey Kong, which is a very simple game. But they showed the history behind really hardcore players that spend every second of their spare time
hours.
Games. Yeah, and these are simple games.
To this day.
Hey?
To this day, because the documentary was made in 2007, so not that long ago.
Okay.
And,
the interesting is there's let's say Donkey Kong, there's what they call a kill screen. So there's a certain level where the game crashes. Like, you can't really finish the game because there's no real end to it. But the game crashes because I think the way they made it is was it 8-bit only could handle a certain amount of crashes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it reached like 9999, it would reset. But yeah, so these hardcore players would pretty much play up until that level. And yeah, there's a story between these two competitors was
such
really
a good story.
Wait, was this Donkey Kong or
Space
Invaders?
Donkey Kong.
Because I think I saw, like, on Facebook, someone posted something similar.
That was
where, like,
talking about Donkey Kong.
But then you had a picture of Space Invaders.
Pac-Man. It was Pac-Man. It looks like
Pac-Man, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Pac-Man has the same thing. It's supposed to be
because it's the same kind of technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've got a kill screen as well.
It's amazing. Really, really good documentary. I recommend it to people who are interested in games.
They want to be actually able to finish the game, though.
Yeah. But they're so hardcore, aren't they, Don?
They are.
It's like so much reflex and stuff. Oh, it's amazing.
I tell you, one of that main character dude, his eyes are constantly half closed or half open. I don't know. I think that's the side effect of playing too many games. Constantly looking like you're just
and after we look at pictures of ourselves and it's all the same.
After too much lol.
Yeah, too much.
I reckon even if you don't like games, it's an interesting documentary.
Yeah, it's a great documentary. And they do it with a lot of respect, of the subject matter. They're not like poking fun at it too. It's good.
Yeah, serious stuff.
Serious stuff.
It is. It's really cool. All right, I'm done with that.
Cool. Well, yeah, happy Halloween, right?
Well,
Halloween.
Just like a heads up on a game coming out since it's talking about Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 3.
Really?
In the works.
Oh, no,
wow. When's it coming out?
They don't know yet. They're thinking probably November next year.
Oh, they should it's a Halloween, man.
Can't tell us that now.
Yeah.
That's like another year.
You mean November next year?
Next year.
No, that's just like Diablo. They told us Diablo 3 10 years ago.
Blizzard, whenever they announce something, don't hold your breath. Because I remember, I can tell you what, Warcraft 3, when they announced that, every year it was like, Warcraft 3. It was like 3 or 4 years later before it came out. But you know what? When Blizzard releases something, it is fantastic, and you can play it forever. Literally forever. Yeah.
Oh, except for Diablo 3.
Yeah, okay. You have me there. But you know what? They're continually working on it. So they're trying to change things. Like, they're getting rid of the auction house in March next year, apparently, because it's stuffed up the game. Apparently, the auction house, the real auction house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're tinkering with it. Hopefully. Yeah.
I won't be going back to it. Sorry. I'm moving
No.
on.
Yeah. But other than Diablo 3,
Ship has
everything else
sailed.
has been fantastic.
Hey, I think the Cookie Monster's back. I think.
Oh, really?
So if anyone else wants to say anything, better say now. Otherwise, you can sign off.
Signing out.
Okay. Tuna's signing out.
Donovan, beam me up, Scotty.
Oh, what? He's got a cool phrase. Damn it. Finally, I know. Hunger.
No, you can't go back.
I'll be ready for next turn.
Hit it, Cookie Monster.
Come on, show me your voice. You disappeared. It's not there.
Just sign out. Too cool.
It's Cookie.
Love this, by the way, guys. Donovan, you are a legend. Donovan is a legend. Donovan is legendary.
Alrighty, catch you guys later.
Love it. Alright, catch you guys next show.